Hey, good day, folks. Welcome to another episode of Andrew's Life. I hope everyone's having a wonderful day so far. I welcome you. I welcome you to Monrovia, Indiana, which is a small suburban town that is 24 minutes southwest of Indianapolis. Now, I don't know if they consider this technically a suburb. I'm assuming they do because it's within a half hour of Indianapolis. Now, this is a relatively new community, however. I mean, they didn't start doing the census on this community until the year 2000. So, this community is a fairly new community. The population here is 1,643 people. And from 2010 to 2020, the population grew by 54.6%. Now, back in 2010, the population was only 1,063 people. Now, from 2000 to 2010, this community experienced a 69.3% population growth. The population back in 2000, when they first began to do a census, the population here was only 628 people. So the town was named after James Monroe. He was the fifth president of the United States. He served from 1817 to 1825. He was also a lawyer as well. Now, I'm pretty sure that this town is way older than 2000. In fact, I know it is. I don't know how old this town is, but I'm going to just assume that this town used to be a small, blink of an eye farming community, and then over the last 20 some odd years, developers began to buy land here and build it out, as you guys are looking at right now. So the racial demographics here are going to be, before I get to racial demographics, I think I may have told you, yeah, I told you where it was at, Southwest of Indianapolis. Yeah, racial demographics are 94.4% white, 1.2% black, 2.1% Asian, 2.1% Hispanic. And the median rent prices are $700 to $1,520 a month. Now, if you're looking to own, the median home price is currently sitting at $265,000. Now, there's only one house that's currently for sale for below that price. The majority of the houses for sale are gonna take you. You're gonna be at least $280,000 if you want to buy anything right now in this community. And the majority of the houses that are for sale are going to be the houses you're looking at right now. The majority of them are going to be relatively new, or they're going to be new construction. And so, if you buy any of these houses, all I can tell you is be extremely careful. Hire a home inspector, do your due diligence. Make sure you have a home inspector that's honest and knows what they're doing and they're seasoned in what they do. That way, when they look at these houses that look so beautiful from the curbside, they can go in and look a little closer and make sure that that you're not buying some piece of junk. Now, before I get into what other people think about this community, again, this community for the most part is fairly new. It hasn't been around for that long. This community has only been developing for the last, I'm going to say, 25 years, give or take. So it's not that old of a community. I mean, basically, this is a suburban community southwest of Indianapolis. And I'm pretty sure as time goes by, as more people move into these neighborhoods, there's going to be more businesses that are going to be built out this way to accommodate all the new residents. Now, me personally, I mean, it does appear to be a nice, quiet community, but for what you have to pay to live here in terms of the housing prices, and I'm pretty sure the property taxes out here are going to be up there because the housing prices are up there. I mean, without knowing exactly what the numbers are in terms of the annual property taxes, I'm going to guess that a lot of these people are going to be paying out around a couple of $1,000s per year. And most likely that's going to be after the homestead tax break that you get here in the state of Indiana. So, given that amount of money that people out here have to pay for housing, I personally, for that reason, will not live out here. I mean, when you look at how close many of these houses are to each other, now something like this would be acceptable if, now for me personally, if I was going to live in a neighborhood to where your houses were close like this, maybe if I was looking at something cheaper for, I don't know, less than $100,000, I might accept something like this. But my attitude is, if I'm paying out $300,000+ for a home, I prefer a bigger yard. I prefer more room between me and my next door neighbors as well. And I'm not a huge fan on paying a lot of money in property taxes either. Now, granted, the property taxes here in Indiana are going to be lower than most states in the country, but still, the money that you would pay to live in a community like this, I'd rather take that money and live a little further out. I mean, I'm not trying to be like in no man's land, but I wouldn't mind having at least an acre of land, a little bit more space between me and my neighbors, that type of stuff. Okay, so we're going to get into what other people think about this community. Okay, I'm on niche, and there's 13 people that have reviewed Monrovia. So we're going to start from the top, which is excellent, 5-star. You know the drill by now. At least you should if you've been watching. If you're new, 5 star is the best, 1 star is the worst. So my first review is from 7 months ago, and is a 5-star. As a current resident, I would recommend living in Monrovia, Indiana. They are also building a Taco Bell here soon. The neighbors are very nice, and the school system is great. Okay, the next one down from that one is from February of 2022. Another 5-star. Been in Morgan County my entire life, and that includes Morrisville and Martinsville. I have enjoyed Monrovia so far the most out of all the locations I lived. I like the private country life, but enjoy how I can get onto I-70 in a few minutes. Yeah, I forgot to mention that Monrovia is just a little bit off of Interstate 70. I forgot to mention that earlier. So now you guys know that. I haven't heard anything bad about the public schools since I've lived here, or from others who have children. This is a small country town with a little nightlife entertainment. I feel very safe every day. It does appear the town is growing. The housing market with land is hard to obtain right now, which makes affordability an issue. A 10-minute drive on I-70 will get you either to Mooresville or Plainfield or for shopping. Overall, I think Monrovia gives me the perfect setup of private country life and a touch of city benefits. Now, the neighborhood that you guys are looking at right now is going to be the older part of Monrovia. This is going to be the older part. As y'all can see, the houses are a lot older. Your lot sizes are much larger. So if I were to live here, this would be the neighborhood that I would personally desire to live. Something like this. I mean, look at all this space you got between your houses. They're not all crammed in together like they are in those newer communities that they're throwing up these days. I'll read one more. This is from 2020. If you enjoy living in a small town, Monrovia is a place to be. The school system is great and everyone looks out for each other. Larger cities are only 15 to 20 minutes away. So this community is going to be located in Morgan County, and I would say I would say if you're looking for a suburban feel, I would say between this community and maybe Mooresville. I mean, in those two communities, they're both located in Morgan County, and they will provide you that suburban feel with a touch of small town / maybe country. Now, I've done a video of Mooresville on this channel, so in fact, I've done a few of them. So feel free to go and watch those videos. Alrighty, let's keep it moving. Okay. We're going to go down to the people that rate this community very good. This is a 4-star review from January of 2018. Just a small town with a great school system. Easy to get to know everyone and see many friendly faces every day. Now this next review is from July of 2017, 4 stars. Monrovia is essentially the I don't know what they're saying here, small farming town. It's great if you like a sense of close-knit community, but if you're looking for attractions, there's not much available. The high school has a nationally recognized band and football team, however. Okay. We're going to drop down to average. 3 stars. Now there's 2 average reviews. They're older, they're from 2015. So just bear that in mind as I read these 2. There is 1 bar, 2 pizza houses, and 2 private-owned restaurants. Now both these reviews are from February of 2015. Now here's the second review, 3 stars. It's a small town, so not too many large businesses or stores in the area. And as I kind of anticipated, this used to be a farming community before they came in and began to develop it more. And some people might say it still is a farming community, but pretty soon it's going to be a typical suburb. You're going to have a bunch of you're going to have a bunch of subdivisions. And they're going to probably start to charge an association fee, which, you know how I feel about associations. If you're new to the channel, I hate associations with a passion. I think they're a bunch of crooks. Alright, let's go down to poor. Now, 2 people rated this city poor. Nobody rated this city terrible. Now, poor equals 2 stars. Now, again, these comments are old. They're from 2015. I rarely ever see police in the area, and when they are needed, it takes time for them to arrive. Now, the other one, small town with limited job opportunities. Now, again, these are older. They're from 2015. And the thing about this community is you're less than a half hour from Indianapolis. And you're not far from places like Plainfield either. So there's, you know, you're very close to employment opportunities. All you gotta do is drive 20 some odd miles up into Indianapolis, and there will be every job opportunity that you can imagine in Indiana. All right, folks. I hope you guys got something out of my commentary. I hope you enjoyed the video. And there's still another 13 some odd minutes left of the video, so go ahead and continue to watch it if you want to see Monrovia in its entirety. But on that note, that's it for my commentary. So on that note, stay blessed, and I'll catch you on the next one.